Welcome to my rodeo. Welcome to my rodeo. Welcome to my rodeo. Welcome to my welcome to my welcome to my rodeo. Welcome to my rodeo. Welcome to my rodeo. Welcome to my welcome to my welcome to my rodeo.
It's April 16th, Vet Day. Time for annual shots and Coggins. We'll get Indy checked out for the first time with our vet. Oh, and it's always interesting giving shots and drawing blood from this one. So we'll see how that goes. Is it time for breakfast, baby? You're gonna meet Dr. Rania today. Time to get cleaned up. We like to look nice for our vet appointments. You have to have your picture taken. Oh my goodness, somebody better chill out. Pull the other two in soon. Well, luckily these guys don't need to be cleaned up that much, but the vet will be here in about 15 minutes. We'll see if she minds being recorded. If so, we'll get some of that. But really, the older horses just need their regular Coggins and rabies, and we'll do 5 or 6 way shots. And then the other two will get the same, and it'll be Indy's first visit with our vet, so we'll see how that goes. These guys got blankets last night, so.
Yeah, so if they lay down, they're not all mud. Because, you know, we got a dusting of snow overnight.
Yeah. It's not done snowing in New York State yet. It's only April 16th.
Not May yet.
Excuse me, Sue.
Somebody's awful white over there.
Oh, these guys are pretty good, actually.
Looks like you bleached him.
No, just the blower.
Your new toy.
Yeah. Almost like a dry shampoo.
Well, I know that there's a lot of dry dander and dust that gets on them that you can't brush off like you were saying.
Yeah. A little muddier over on
It
this
gets
side.
pretty dirty in there, but then when you blow them off, all these little particles and hair and stuff, it's just gone.
I'm muddy over here.
Yeah. A little bit more work on this side.
We turn around.
Hi, Pony.
Over. Over. baby. Which is not mean at all.
Flyaways.
This one's a little more feral.
He's like that third child that people talk about.
His is trauma.
Yeah, yeah. He's a whole lot better than he ever used to be.
Excited. This is how we act.
He's got little legs. He's got too much energy for him, so.
Yeah.
Spa day.
It's every day during shedding season.
Yeah. You just look at him and the hair falls off of him this time of year.
Oh yeah.
Alright, well.
That's why the blower is a lot. Very handy.
Saves a lot of the really scrubbing.
Scrubbing. You still have to scrub though. Feet are next.
Pretty gooey today. She likes to be brushed.
Husband horse in the making.
Well, I don't know. It's like when we get a new puppy together, it's like ours instead of just yours, I guess.
Yep. Other than Trigger.
Yeah, and there's been
This is the first one.
involved
Looking
in a lot of
good.
things. But you're kind of crunch time with that coming, so
Yep. Thanks for the help.
I can get 32. Took the day off to help anyway, so.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Here's blowing that breeze.
I'm just gonna step on the word. And we'll have to pull her out to do a picture.
Yeah.
So we could go out through the ponies.
Oh, for the
that.
picture part?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there probably is enough light if you want to do it in here, but it's up to you if you want
The only thing is the Frisians are real dark colored, so I don't know if that show up well for detail or.
Does she have any white or brand or anything?
No, not that I found. She just has a scar on her nose.
Let me see if this camera picture.
So we will try to get that, I guess. That's about the only distinctive mark on her.
Sorry, the what?
She has a little scar from when she had a little cut when we got her.
You told her about her tooths, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, now we're gonna we haven't eaten, in a few minutes. So we have a bit of a
We tried to measure it at one point at like 3/4 of an inch, but she moves her jaw around so much that sometimes it's hard to tell.
But I'm thinking it's the malnutrition, but it could be, her father, I'm supposed to be able to have her registered, because he's a registered Frisian.
Okay.
The mother was a Palomino, looks like an appendix mare, well not weans, and she's bred back for another year. But I do think this one's turning out very nice.
Yeah.
We got her feet getting those trimmed, and we're still
It's gonna be challenging if it stays that dramatic. It's gonna be challenging for her to graze.
Yeah.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Make sure she's keeping up with nutrition.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, that's really the only thing other than just letting her grow and see how the legs turn out.
Where do you want the pictures in here, or do you want to pull her out?
We could pull her outside. Let's go behind the carriage. Come on, baby. I'm not allowed this.
He just wants cookies or something.
Yeah.
He's gone without food for too long. Stop it.
All these different ones. There's a better out.
And she's just a toddler, so everything has to be in the face. You gotta touch it. And the high-headed with the Freudians.
Oh my God, you're being crazy over here.
Stand still. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that, huh?
Oh, giving her something to eat.
Trying to
Yeah.
listen. Quit
Go
though,
there.
huh?
Oh, she sounds great.
Good you to quit. Touch her on the side. Oh, good. I try to touch her everywhere so that we're used to things, and I'm pretty sure that's been done before.
Yeah, I know she was in the hospital. But
Yeah, so like, she was just like a blank personality when I got her. There was
She
just
was?
like nothing there. Yeah,
Good job
just,
over
like,
there.
Kinda go with
Lawnmower
whatever,
number 2.
you know, but
He doesn't normally get let out though because he runs around and,
she was
No,
bouncing
it's
around.
just
Crazy. That's
yeah.
so much. Just like
well,
especially-
she likes to do that now too. She'll eat for a little bit and then she'll start running around and pretty soon it's laps around the house.
Great job. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, really, the teeth are the only thing, and that's something that we'll just have to see how she develops. I would imagine she's just, it might shrink a little bit, but she's probably going to keep it for like life.
yeah,
So she'll just have to have regular dentals to make sure that the backs are kept up with as well.
Right.
We'll have to make sure that she's maintaining her weight with the not being able to graze very well, but otherwise she sounds great.
yep, yeah. I usually use the slow feed things, and I was like, oh, I can't do that with her.
Yeah.
Nope. So this is her favorite one.
Yeah, that looks great. We'll do the Coggins blood draw first. So if you want to face her this way. I know, you look at the cookie cross.
Just has to grab. Good girl. That's a good baby. Good girl. I'm thinking. Blink, blink. Think. Oh, now you notice. Notice what she's doing.
Now she's all curious.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden you're over there. She'll give you a cookie too.
No, this isn't a treat. Okay.
Oh, now Texas is making a deposit too.
Oh, perfect.
They both
spot,
have.
Texas.
If I come for her, you're all done. Good job.
Girl. Nice baby. Good
job. Good job.
Perfect. Who gave me that? Yeah, give her one of those too. Good girl.
Finally.
Good girl.
All done?
Perfect. Can't wait to get the Coggins back.
Record for evidence for the trial. Trial of one trigger pony.
Your workers' comp claim.
Oh my gosh, you're alright. You're alright. Is he better being tied like that usually?
Yeah, and then if I'll pull him to the wall if, that way he doesn't.
He's upright.
For him, that like shows him he's just doing it to himself.
Love it.
It's hands off. Good pony, that's a good pony.
We call him Pony, but he's not a pony.
I always call him. Oh my goodness, you're such a nerd. If you met him when I first got him. Good pony. That's not his fault.
Bribery's the best policy.
You're a very good pony.
Good boy.
Probably the most exam he's ever gotten.
Can I check your temperature? Is that usually okay with that?
I don't know.
Depends on the day, maybe?
I mean, I've done it before
Yeah.
because he has, when I
We had to
first
take his
couple of years of
temperature.
having him, yeah,
We-
we did
The
over
So
here.
one
at
night we
college.
had to walk him back and forth all night.
That's when I learned you do not feed chaff. Hey. Now I'd like to explain a little why Trigger is so triggered. He's traumatized actually. He was abused and neglected before I got him. At some point in Trigger's life, he was with people who had no
stanced out.
experience having
Say
horses.
again?
He was kept in a dog kennel with another miniature horse, traumatized by improper handling and neglected to the point that he had lice. We've really come so
You
far
don't
with
have a
him,
seat then anyway, so we're
but there are some things he'll never get over. We just work around it. And I do go bitless with driving.
Do you?
I don't put the blinders on, like that stuff freaks him out.
Oh, okay.
So he hates the bit and he goes just fine at any other time. I've just learned how to work around them. You know, some things I just
Sometimes
don't.
That's just, especially if they've had like a rough
And it was.
go
He was
of
in a
it.
dog
It's all
kennel
right. He's like, shh,
and
it's
had
okay.
with another one that was bigger than
I
him
don't want you to wag your eyeball.
in a garage.
Or keep it there. It's fine.
Oh, you're funny. And that's the hard part, is being able to do. Yeah, see if I touch him, that's where he. Alright,
Have you tried it on the other side? It doesn't, or the sides don't matter.
It's really, I think it's only been done once. I don't know if it was you or the other girl. Oh. Like I say, I thought it was you, that you're the only one, or one of you. It wasn't Laura, but either you or, there's another girl. I don't think she works with you guys anymore.
Oh, okay.
That was,
I'm just gonna grab
a few years ago, and I think she's the only one that's really gotten anything in, other than me having to do the booster. Okay, Lou, back up. Back. 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 Back up. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going?
Not straight.
Back up. Back. Back. Good boy. Oh my goodness, can't even get out of his own way. Whew. I thought that would go smoother than it did. Yeah, I've got a couple other ones for you.
So 99.6.
All right.
Perfect.
So,
Much better.
okay. Yeah. think my thermometer's like 1 degree off of you guys. So yeah, because it's always been 1 up from when you get here.
Yep, and his hydration is good.
Yeah, that's always been good. It was just like his attitude, and he didn't want to eat during that time, and the way he was holding his head and ears.
Yep. Did he ever get stocked up feet at all?
No, he did not. The only thing was he'd stand there, and his head and his muscles would tremble.
Twitch all over.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get, kind of stovepipe swelling in their legs.
Right.
But I think you caught him pretty early.
I'm thinking so.
He went in and immediately laid down. When...
Yeah, after being out on the yard. And I had him out for quite a while the day before. And then he only wanted to be out like an hour and a half or 2 hours that day. And Carrie noticed him standing at the gate like ready to go in.
Yeah.
And he went right in and laid down, so he came forward.
That's weird.
He's not acting right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we'll do his last dose of antibiotics, and then we'll do the oral antibiotics. And I'm sure Haley explained that there's some percentage of these guys, if you don't do the orals, that relapse within a couple weeks, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
It's like 15 to 20% of them. So, in my opinion, it's definitely worth doing the 10 days of doxycycline, assuming his manure stays normal. So, if he
So
gets
that's
any
what
sort
I
of,
got to watch out for.
any sort of diarrhea, we need to stop. But as long as his manure staying normal, then 10 days should be enough to completely get it out of the system.
Right.
The thing that is annoying too, though, is that they don't develop any sort of natural immunity to anaplasma after having it.
Right.
So we get it again.
Yeah.
So even if he doesn't recrudesce and have the same episode, if he gets bit by another tick,
Right.
get it again.
And he's 21 this year, so like things are just going to hit him.
Yep. His immune system probably isn't quite what it used to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Still try to keep him.
Yeah, good.
All right. So Dusty out here. Indy, over. Indy, over. Looks to be in the pocket and on top of you.
Like, I'll just leave my butt up against you, no big deal.
Yep.
Anything to get more attention.
Say her butt's always in there.
He's good.
It's gonna be a bigger butt.
I
She's
know.
almost as tall as him.
I know. Seems rather rude to poke you this many times. Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, so the hard part will be getting them to eat the pills.
Yeah. Luckily, they're relatively flavorless, so actually compared to other, they're not
So I
too
might be able
bad.
to hide it in these
Yeah.
pellets. I'll just swallow them.
Yep.
But he is super picky about things. So.
No, maybe
In
not.
case anything a little bit off.
I can leave you a big syringe too, because you can crush them up. if you need to, and just give it to 'em.
Yeah, I'll take one because I do have them, but it doesn't hurt to have them there. It's ear power, probably,
Somebody else isn't getting attention.
so.
There's her, and
Then there's her.
then him. I said there's her. He's over there whinnying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're falling asleep?
Usually, what he does if he's comfortable. And he's resting his foot.
That's why it's hard to tell, because he is
He's
kind
so
of
mellow.
chill. So, but the way he was holding his head and ears.
I had a Percheron a couple of years ago in Cincinnati that when I got there, temperature was 106, and the Percheron just had its head on the ground, literally on the ground, wouldn't pick it up.
Yeah.
And we couldn't, 3 of us couldn't get him back to the barn. So we gave him his fluids and stuff in the pasture.
Right.
I think he's one of those ones that had been fighting it off for a couple of days and was finally to a point where he was dehydrated and
Yeah.
really, really really sick. It was not fun. But he responded well to treatment. It just took him like, I don't know, 52 hours before he was like eating and acting much more normal.
Right.
It's a super high temperature.
Yeah.
He stood up, and I think once he stood up, he knew he shouldn't lay down again. And then he was exhausted.
It takes a lot. I think it takes a lot more out of them too when they're older.
Yeah.
Just being sick. Did he chew and act like his mouth tasted bad halfway through last time?
It was right at the end. Yeah.
That always impresses me because it's such a reliable thing. Where
Yep.
you're like, it must do something to the inside of their mouth because they're always like,
Yep. Yeah, we were just saying that it's on the video where he, I think Carrie was saying, I think he knows it makes him feel good and he starts licking and chewing.
That's what he was doing a little bit when we were walking. I knew that's when he was getting a little better. It's when I would stop for a minute, and
Yeah.
just to see if his muscles were still twitching. He'd be licking and chewing. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because that stopped the muscle twitching as well.
Hey, that's always, when in doubt, walk them. If you don't know,
Yeah.
you can't hurt them.
Really,
unless they're tied up. That's the only
Yeah,
thing
that's
you
the
don't wanna
thing.
walk 'em.
Right.
We didn't think it was that, but
And so, yeah, that's where you're not sure because is the shaking because he's in pain
Uh-huh.
internally,
Exactly.
you know? But I think once that was what, after we determined it wasn't counting. Definitely something else.
Just wake up. Go back to sleep now.
and if you don't walk them, you're more apt to try to go down, and then you could be in trouble. Trust me.
This was her first time being tied to the tree.
She's doing so good.
But she was like handled because she was hospitalized just after the rescue got her out of Unadilla with her mother.
Uh-huh.
And she was only 4 months old.
And I think Laura handles those foals a lot that she rescues.
Yeah,
They handle
yes.
a lot.
So she had a lot of like really good positive handling, but she was just like kind of a numb soul when we first picked her up.
Kind of dead-eyed.
Yeah, so she just kind of pinned herself. Because I was going to leave her loose, you know, I'm like a foal, you know, I don't know. You know, and Alora's like, nope, just tie her up. She ties, and I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And no, she stood in there perfectly. She just kind of backed herself up into the corner and just like stood there.
You shut out and get rid of your baby hair.
And
It's gonna be so
a
cool.
lot of personality has come out since.
That's fun. They like turn into real horses.
Yeah.
She gets into a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
She's gotta have her mouth on things.
She's a toddler for sure. Her mouth has to be on something, or touching you in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be transitioning to teenager pretty soon. Just really be a pain in the butt.
And she's got her face underneath the lead rope because she likes it to rub all over her.
It's good practice for her.
Yeah.
Fidgety.
Good job, buddy.
He's
Yeah.
so good.
Done with your pokes.
Yeah.
Excellent. He's like, you done? You done with the pokes?
Don't have extra cookies.
Sorry, kids. All right. Cool. You've got the doxycycline. I'll grab you a
Yes.
syringe. Anything
Yeah,
else
just
you
in
need?
case. Because then, yeah, I can get them pasted. We have to do it that way.
There you go, Tex, the last one. Now, let us know how you feel.
So much better.
Tell us how you feel. Tell us how you really feel.
And Louie's doing great. Maintain your mowers. jokes aside, I'm glad he's doing better. Guess who's next? Where's my pony? Where's my pony? Trigger. Everybody's shedding. Everybody. Just doesn't like the camera because I have something else in my hand. Oh, hold on. Trigger. I'm just brushing you. He has trust issues. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Good boy. That's a good boy. Now you're getting good. Look nice.
She's gotta look pretty for her birthday.
Yeah. Oh, it is raining.
Yep. Yeah, it's been on and off today. Rain, sunshine. Rain, bright sunshine.
How long this tail's gotten. When I first got her, it was right to the bottom of my hand.
So it's growing a good 5 inches or 6 maybe.
Yeah. Put it on my leg to brush her. And we've done quite a lot of work with her. Very good girl.
Here comes the rain.
Yep. For my photo shoot. Just in time.
Finished with our rainstorm. We'll see if you can back off.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Girl, back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Good girl. Back up. Big steps. Big steps. Good girl. Woo-wee. Good girl. Good girl. Well, that's the first time backing off the trailer.
Yeah, all those backing off of the platforms really helped.
Yep, working on that. So let's try to get a picture. 1-year-old.
Yeah, 1-year-old today, birthday.
She is.
Birthday.
Happy birthday, baby.
1 year today. 1 year and many more. Here on the old Hunt-N-Hollar Ranch. Here we go.
Andy. Last day. Let's hope this is what we're dealing with. Equine Anaplasmosis, also known as tick fever. It's also booster day for Trigger, miniature horse. He's a little too small to get them all in one day. Well, let's try this again. Battery died. Okay. It's time for Trigger's 6-way booster. I'm gonna get him on this other side. We have determined that he does act a lot better when you poke him from the right side versus the left. And I'll get him in the triangle area where we won't hit any of his vital areas where you're not supposed to stick a needle. So it's a smaller spot when you come to the miniature horses here, and you do have to be careful. Oh, got it. There we go. We got it. And then we'll dispose of this properly. I have no use for needles, other than when instructed by a veterinarian. Good boy. Good boy. There we go. All set for this year. I'm sorry I poked you. I know I poked you in the neck. Andy got his neck shaved yesterday. We're starting to clip because he is the fuzziest of everybody. I know I poked it in the neck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Still love me.